Presentation for Your Wish is Your Command.
The best-selling book, The Secret and the Law of Attraction, has become an international phenomenon. But can you really think your way to happiness? A new car and riches? I don't know. I'm Julie Lancaster, and my guest is #1 New York Times best-selling author Kevin Trudeau. His newest book is Your Wish is Your Command, How to Manifest Your Desires. And we'll find out if you can indeed think your way to happiness and success. It's such a fascinating subject. I love this.
Well, thanks very much.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Glad to be here.
You know, most people know you as a consumer advocate, health advocate, whistleblower, best-selling author, controversial radio talk show host now. You have founded over 60 corporations, including the Golf Channel in the UK, 3 TV networks. You have a global business empire. Your success is unprecedented. So what is the truth about the law of attraction for you?
Well, you know, a lot of people, as you mentioned, know me as author these days. Natural Cures, They Don't Want You to Know About, was #1 on the New York Times bestseller list 26 weeks in a row. My books have actually sold close to 50 million copies around the world. And I founded 3 television networks in the UK. The Golf Channel was one of them. I had over 60 corporations or entities around the world, and they've generated around $3 billion in business. So for years, people have always asked me, will you write a book on how to be successful? Because you have.
Right.
And why haven't you? And I always explain to them, if you look at all the books that have been written on the law of attraction, or how to be successful, or how to create this wonderful life, with all due respect, they're written by people who never made any money and have never succeeded. The only money they've ever made was by selling books on how to be successful.
Interesting.
So they never really made any money. They never did anything. And they really didn't have these great successful lives. There's one guru who's been divorced 3 times, I think. You know, he has kids out of wedlock, and he's talking about how to be a great relationship expert. You know, Barbara DeAngelis was a relationship expert, John Gray, and I think both of those relationship experts were married at one point and got divorced. So maybe they learned something from their bad experience. I don't know. But I decided to put together some information on how to be successful, how to use the law of attraction, because there is a missing secret in Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. There's a missing element to The Secret, which describes the law of attraction. I've used it. I've generated $3 billion in business over the years. Friends of mine who have done even much more than that all use a very simplistically designed method to virtually turn your brain into a transmitter and receiver of frequency, and can virtually allow you to create in your life whatever you want.
Now, what about all the people that try The Secret and think that they can think their way into a new car and it doesn't work, or they think they can get more money and it doesn't work?
That's the problem with it. When you read the book like The Secret, which is a great book,
it's a great book,
or many of these other ones, if you apply what is said, 95% of the people fail.
Why is that?
Well, if you go back to the original book that was based on by Napoleon Hill. Now, Napoleon Hill, at the turn of the century, was hired by the richest man in the world, Andrew Carnegie.
Oh, really?
He was the richest man in the world, and Andrew Carnegie said to Napoleon Hill, I want you to study the richest people on planet Earth for the next 20 years, and then write a book about it. Now, all these people were involved in secret societies, by the way, including Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Firestone. At the time, all the rich people, J.P. Morgan, the banker, were all involved in various secret societies, and they had virtual secret knowledge on how to use the law of attraction, which was kept secret from the masses. Carnegie secretly hired Napoleon Hill. He was the first breakaway, and he wanted the average person to know this information. So Napoleon Hill first wrote about it in a book called The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. Henry Ford got crazy that Carnegie allowed these secrets to be revealed. He got the book squashed. And all the real secret information edited out. And then even that book was crunched down to Think and Grow Rich, and that was edited. So people read it. Some people became successful, but very small. The majority never figured out the missing elements.
Because the meat's gone,
Correct.
right?
Now, I was inducted into an organization called the Brotherhood back in the 70s. And I actually left that organization in 1999.
Was the Brotherhood similar to what you're talking about?
Correct. And I learned secret information. So what I did was a couple years ago, in the Alps in Europe, I invited a few people to come in for a 2-day live event where I would teach them the secrets that I had learned and that allowed me to make virtually billions of dollars. I mean, I don't have an education. I almost flunked out of high school. I never went to college. My dad was a welder. We didn't come from the right side of the tracks. I never had any funding, no credit, no venture capital, but I learned secrets from this organization, and I applied it, and it made me millions of dollars before I was 18. And I applied it and made billions over the next few years. So in the Alps, for 2 days, I taught this small group of people. Now, they paid $10,000 per person for 2 days to come to learn the secret behind the secret, or the missing key.
Did you select these people?
No, I invited people, and they said yes or no.
Okay.
So they came, and I recorded this information on a CD series, and that's what this is called, Your Wish is Your Command, How to Manifest Your Desires.
I love the title.
But let me tell you what happened. The people that came in generally were familiar with the law of attraction and the secret, but none of them had any success, as you'd mentioned, because there's a missing element.
And what is that? Can
Well,
you
that's
say?
what's on. No,
It's
I can't.
a secret.
That's the secret. So what happened was these folks came in, and some of the results were absolutely outstanding. Over the years, I actually taught this to people. One person went from living, he was bankrupt, living in his mother-in-law's house, to making over $1 million cash in the bank in the next 12 months by applying one of these techniques.
It sounds impossible.
Now
It sounds...
it sounds that way, but when you look at person after person after person after person after person after person, and who is very successful, they are applying this either knowingly or by accident. Those who apply it by accident usually stop applying it, and those are the ones who make a lot of money, and then it all goes away.
And does it have to do with our thinking?
It has to do with your thinking, and I'm going to explain that in just a moment. Now, this is the actual series, folks. It's a 14 CD series, and you can see all the CDs in here. It's called Your Wish is Your Command, How to Manifest Your Desires. And part 2 is how anyone can make millions, the money-making secrets they don't want you to know about. This is the first time I've ever put this type of material out, because again, the people out there selling things on how to make money or how to manifest your desires have never done it in their life. And the only thing they do is they sell stuff on how to make money. They write a book. They're broke, living in a one-bedroom apartment. They write a book on how to create, manifest your dreams. Well, why haven't you done it first? So I did it first. You know, I launched television network, 60
And you were
companies.
inspired because of your passion for your health scare, and then you found natural cures, and that was the beginning, right?
That was one of the, actually.
Okay.
No, my beginning goes back to 1989 with Mega Memory. When I went on television and I founded the American Memory Institute, and even before that, back in 1975, when I co-wrote the Ginsu knife ad with a guy named Arthur Schiff. And
I think I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, so my background goes back to the 70s
myself? I may be.
with direct mail. But so this program virtually teaches people what Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison discovered. And they discovered, and people in the secret societies knew, that the brain is actually a transmitter and receiver of frequency.
I believe that.
Now, this is not open for debate anymore because there is technology. I was on a plane flying in from Chicago, and in Sky Mall, there's a game. You hook this up to your head, and with your thoughts, you can move a ball on a game board. So it's no longer out of the science fiction. It's now proven, even though Edison and Einstein knew about it, your brain transmits and receives frequency.
So we need to be able to receive it, right?
Well, no, we need to know what to transmit.
Okay.
So what the training is, it trains the brain how to transmit the right frequency. So if you want a new car, if you want a better job, if you want to make more money, if you want to be happier, if you want to lose weight, if you want better health, if you want to be lucky, if you want to have a different home, if you want a better relationship with your kids, or you want a lover in your life, whatever you want in your life, if you look at your life and saying, there are things in my life I don't like, I want to change them, what is it that you'd change it to? So once you establish that, what this training does, your wish is now your command. What is it that you wish? I teach you how to command your wish and turn it into reality. Some people say it sounds too simplistic. It isn't. Those are the people that are broke and miserable and are losers. The people that are successful sit around and go, okay, I guess I'm just successful and happy by accident. No, it's not. There's specific things you do with your mind so that you can transmit a frequency. And when you do, the whole universe moves heaven and earth to make it come into your existence. So if a person wants a new car, if they want a better job, if they want to be happier, if they want a different life, whatever it is that they want to manifest, they can do it. Now, I've experienced it myself. My friends have experienced it. We talk about it on the 200-foot yachts, when we're in Monaco, when we're traveling around the world. Remember the Concorde before they stopped service? I was on that thing, I don't know how many dozens of times. The private jets, all the luxury things. That's only one aspect of it. Someone says, oh, it sounds very materialistic. Okay, fine. Do you wake up happy, thrilled for the day? Do you jump out of bed going, wow, what a fantastic day? Do you go to bed and just say, wow, I'm so thankful for everything that's happening in my life? Do you have love and relationships? Do things always seem to go your way? Are you lucky? Are you always feeling terrific? These things can happen. This is the type of lifestyle somebody can really achieve, but they need to know how to use their brain and turn that frequency so that it actually comes into their life.
Is it because they're thinking positive things, positive affirmations? I mean, we hear about that all the time.
That's really...
Or is that like a Band-Aid?
No, it's really the misnomer. That's what people think. Oh, I just have to think positive thoughts. Not really. There are some very specific things that you do, and then that creates the result. I want to explain what this is. This is the program. It's Your Wish is Your Command, How to Manifest Your Desires, and Part 2, How Anyone Can Make Millions, the Money-Making Secrets They Don't Want You to Know About. $10,000 is what people paid to attend this live event. I've recorded it. Now it's on CD. If you call right now, I'm going to give you 70% off the regular price of the program. 70% off the regular price of the program. You get the entire 2-day, 14 CD series. You can get 70% off the regular price of the program. Listen to the whole thing. Not for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months. See if your life doesn't dramatically change. If things don't magically start happening. If you don't feel like you have Aladdin's lamp, where you can actually have a genie grant any wish you want. If it's not really working, send this back for a full refund, no questions asked. This is different than anything out there. I have not made money selling programs on how to get rich or how to manifest desires. I've been doing that in my life. And my friends have been doing it in their lives. This is the first time we're revealing information that really the privileged elite have kept to themselves. If you look at all the books out there written by people, they're all written by people that have never made any money. The only money they've made is selling their books and tapes. This is virtually the first time somebody is revealing to the masses the secrets of secret societies and secrets of the privileged elite class that can allow you to have, be, or do anything and everything you want. You don't have to pay $10,000 like the people that came. And all of them, every single one, said it was the best investment they ever made in their life. People have turned that $10,000 weekend into already millions of dollars. They write me and say they can't believe the results. This is different. This is unique. This virtually will program you and program your brain to be a transmitter, pulling into your life every desire you have. That's what this teaches. You don't have to pay $10,000. If you call right now, you get 70% off the regular price of the program. And you will also get a private, personal invitation to join a very elite society where you can learn even more wealth creation techniques. That's only available when you buy this. You get a private invitation to join a global network of affluent, wealthy people that can help you achieve your dreams financially. 70% off and unconditionally guaranteed. After 90 days, if you don't see things happening in your life that are virtually magical, if you don't see changes that are going to blow your mind, send this back for a full refund. No questions asked. But I can tell people, we've sold some of these, actually lots of them. And the response is absolutely amazing. People said, I've read The Secret. I've read different books on how to make money, like Think and Grow Rich. I've done positive thinking. It just doesn't work out. And when they listened to this, they said, oh my God, there's like a missing ingredient. And now I understand the recipe now works. It virtually gives you the recipe to create in your life whatever you desire.
So it's not just a money-making endeavor.
No.
It's going to affect all areas of your life.
Right. Money is just one aspect.
Right.
And I mean, people always talk about materialism. At the end of the day, people like a new car.
Well,
They-
I know a lot of people in new, wonderful cars that aren't happy.
That's correct. But people that don't have it want a new car.
Sure.
Okay,
Who
yeah,
doesn't want a
yeah.
new car?
They want to take a vacation to Hawaii. They want to go down to the Caribbean in the winter. Some people want to quit their job.
Sure.
You know, and say, listen, some people are just so fed up with the bills. They go, I want money so I can become debt free.
Right, and it becomes about that.
Money is a big thing.
It sure is.
Okay, so let's talk about money, because money is a big thing. If people need to pay off their home, or pay off their bills, pay off their debt, you can create that and virtually by magic pay off all your debt. If people want a new car or a better job or a better career, or trying to start a new business and are looking for investors or opportunities, things in life can happen. So money, yes, but other things, happiness, fulfillment, contentment, better relationships. There's a lot of people out there who are saying, I'm just looking to find a woman or a man.
mate,
Yeah,
somebody to spend
exactly.
my life with,
And I'm
right.
struggling in this area. How come I can't attract the right man or woman into my life?
I hear that all the time.
Because so do I. And the answer is you can. You can so fast. That's one of the fastest things you can bring into your life. At this event, there was a guy who was saying, the reason I'm here, he says, I'm wealthy. I have Ferraris, Rolls Royces, private jets. I'm wealthy. I can't find a mate. So he wasn't there for money. After the first day, he went out and had dinner by himself. And this is in Europe now. He's American. He went out and had dinner. The next day, he came back and said,
I met a girl.
I met a girl. He says, I met a girl. And everyone was laughing in the room. And I said, tell us the story. He got up. He says, it's just like you said. After I left, I called my genie. I felt like I had Aladdin's lamp. I rubbed it. The genie came out. And I said, I want a mate. And the genie virtually said, he said to myself, the genie said, yes, your wish is granted. I went out to have dinner. And all of a sudden, boom.
She appeared.
She was there. She was by herself. She came over. Do you mind? Are you by yourself? Yes. Do you mind if I sit and have dinner? We had the most marvelous time. We talked for 3 hours. It was unbelievable. She's American as well. We don't live too far from each other. He says you couldn't write a script in a movie, and it would not have worked. But that happens, and I want people to know, I believe that can happen to anybody. And everybody, after they go through this, if they start applying the recipe, those type of things can happen.
Do you think maybe he wouldn't have gone to dinner, or he would have gone to dinner and not have been open to it?
Well, the thing about it is the universe, it doesn't make a difference what happens.
Yeah.
Because the universe is going to make it happen. This program actually gives people their own Aladdin's lamp and their own personal genie. That when you use this technique, you can virtually create whatever you want in your life. You can have, be, or do whatever you want. And I can tell people this. I've done this my whole life. My life has been magical. I have no education. I didn't grow up on the right side of the tracks. I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to college. I didn't have a nickel growing up. And I created this. And I have a secret that I was taught in 1975.
So before you started any of this?
Yes, a group of people came to me, and I got inducted into the organization called the Brotherhood, which is like a Skull and
Sounds
Bones.
very Da Vinci Code.
Well, it's like hey, the Skull and Bones is at Yale.
Yeah.
We know that's a secret society. The Freemasons are a secret society. The Bilderberg Group is a secret society. These are all not so secret anymore. What goes on inside them are still secret. But the fact is, when you're in, you actually learn how to, we call it manipulating energy. Another way to say it is you're taught how to use your brain and focus your frequency vibration to create in life what you want. You're virtually a magnet. So this program programs that brain to be on almost autopilot. So it's broadcasting the frequency that you want most. If you want money, it'll broadcast that frequency and money will come in. If you want a relationship, it'll broadcast that frequency and bring it in. It's like a radio. You want to listen to rock and roll? All you have to do is dial the radio to the frequency, rock and roll. You want country western? You dial to that frequency.
Right.
If you want classical music and you're listening to the frequency for rock and roll, you're not going to get classical music. You have to be on the frequency for classical music. This is the same. If you want money, if you want to be debt-free, if you want a lover or a great relationship, if you want a better, more fulfilling career, you'll never get it if you're not dialed into that frequency. And I can tell people what frequency they're dialed into by how their life is. That's it. So all this does is it teaches a person how to dial in the frequency and virtually put you on autopilot. After you go through it, if you do nothing, it's almost by magic you're dialed into that frequency.
So you can't ruin it by thinking a negative thought?
Well, I mean, if you apply the information on here, we believe the law of attraction is activated, and you are going to start attracting into your life the things that you desire. This is the series, folks. There's nothing ever in history that has been like this, because this contains information that has never been revealed before on how to have, be, or do whatever you desire. That's why the title is Your Wish is Your Command, how to manifest your desires. And part 2 is how anyone can make millions, the money-making secrets they don't want you to know about. A group of people came to the Alps a couple years ago and paid $10,000 to be trained on how to use their mind to create in their life what they wanted. They wanted to have their own personal Aladdin's lamp and their own personal genie that could virtually grant them any wish they desired. They got it. And for that $10,000 in 2 days in the Alps in Europe, the people said it was the best investment they ever made. Many of them already have turned that into millions and millions of dollars. Or better relationships, better health. People have lost weight. The results have been nothing more than absolutely miraculous. I recorded that, and now it's available. If you call right now, this is a limited time offer. You get the entire series, the entire workshop that I put on live on these CDs for 70% off the regular price of the program. 70% off. Call right now. You have to have your credit card when you call, and we'll rush this right to you. Rush shipping is also available. And when you get this, listen to it. But not just for 30 days like the standard guarantee. Not even for 60 days. For a full 90 days. If your life isn't magically changing, just send it back, and you get 100% of your money back, no questions asked. That's how confident I am. Just by listening to these CDs, this brain is going to be tuned into a different frequency, and you are virtually going to start attracting things in your life that you desire. That's my promise, or your money back, no questions asked. And you're also going to get a private, personal invitation from me to join a brand new global association of very affluent, wealthy people that can help you achieve your financial dreams. This group is a private, exclusive, worldwide network of people, and you cannot join. It's by invitation only. And for a limited time, you'll be getting a private invitation to join that group as well when you get this series. So call right now. Have your Visa or MasterCard ready when you call. It's 70% off the regular price, and rush shipping is available.
So I hear words like exclusive and private, and it begs the question, can anyone learn this? Is it like learning a skill like playing the piano or cooking?
That's exactly how it is. If we took 10 people here and they all had no knowledge of how to play the piano, and they all got piano lessons at exactly the same time, at the end of a week, one person is going to be really good and one person is going to be pretty crummy.
Right, one might have talent and the other might not.
Correct, but all of them are going to be better than when they started.
Sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. Same thing here. If your life is miserable and you go through this, you may not become a millionaire in a week, but you're going to be much better off than when you started.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
So everyone is going to be able to, based on their own talent, and actually there's some other things
Secret
as well.
things.
Yeah, based on some other factors as well. But some people will excel quicker than others. But the fact that somebody picks up the phone and calls right now and orders this means they're special. It means they're different, because
they're willing.
Because there are people right now who are going, that
Right.
way. Guess what? They're a loser, and they'll always be a loser, and they'll always stay a loser, because this mind keeps them being a loser.
Now, what is
And
a
there's
loser? What is
a loser is somebody
it
who
feels
basically
harsh.
blames everybody else for their misery instead of taking full responsibility for themselves.
Okay.
That's what a loser is. A loser is somebody who says, ah, and just is miserable
Bah
and
humbug.
complains about everything that they're creating and blames everybody else.
Okay.
So there are people there watching today that won't pick up the phone, and I can tell them they will stay a loser their whole life. And there are people right now that are listening going, what have I got to lose? I can listen to this thing for 90 days. If it's garbage, I can send it back for a refund. I'm going to pick up the phone and try.
Because they're open and willing.
That person just changed their life because they became open. Years ago, my friend Brian Tracy, one of the most brilliant motivational speakers of all time, said, Kevin, if you want things in your life to change, you're going to have to change things in your life. Most people aren't willing to change, and the first thing they got to change is the way they think. When they change the way they think, everything changes. So the guy sitting at home who doesn't pick up the phone, he's a loser. Because unless he's completely happy with his situation, if he's like, I don't need this because
I'm already practicing
I
it.
love everything in my life, he's not a loser. God bless him, and I applaud that person. But the person who's miserable and says, he's going to stay miserable.
Right.
Nothing's going to change, is my point.
You're always going to
Nothing-
get what you've always gotten.
Nothing's going to change in his life. This is the program, folks. It's called Your Wish is Your Command, How to Manifest Your Desires, and How Anyone Can Make Millions, the money-making secrets they don't want you to know about. If you want to make money, if you want to have, be, or do things in your life, if you want more out of life, if you've tried the law of attraction or read The Secret, it didn't work for you, if you want more, pick up the phone. There's information on these CDs that was taught live in a seminar in the Alps that is not available anywhere else. It's Secrets of Secret Societies. It's Secrets on How to Use the Law of Attraction. It is information that has been privileged and kept exclusive for the privileged elite class up until now. I've used this my whole life to make billions of dollars. It works. My friends have used this. It works. People who went to the event and paid $10,000 per person have used it and turned it into millions. It works. People who bought this CD package at the full price have written in and said it is life-changing. Miracles are happening in their life. They're becoming lucky. They're saying, I can't believe it. It's miraculous. I feel like I have Aladdin's lamp and a genie. No matter what I want, I can ask my genie, give me this, and the genie says, I listen and obey. Your wish is granted. Wouldn't you like to have your own genie to grant you your every wish? Get on the phone and get this program. You don't have to pay $10,000 like the people that were there live. And you don't have to pay the full price. Call right now and I will give you this at 70% off the regular price of the program for a limited time. And try it for a full 3 months. If miracles aren't happening in your life, whatever you want, if you want more money, a better car, a better job, if those things aren't happening, pick up the phone, send it back for a full refund, no questions
Kevin,
asked.
thank you so much for joining us today. It's
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The proceeding was a paid presentation for Your Wish is Your Command.